Hello everybody, welcome back out of the case. This is Skyflight44, aka Z44, and today I'm going to continue to play some more Final Fantasy XII. Now, I went back and I made it all the way up to Waystone 4. Now, if I remember correctly, I didn't make it past this one, or I didn't even get to this one. It was, got to like, what was it? Basically, from starting from 8, because you can't actually go and flip that switch. You have to go all the way up to 7. 7 will bring you to 6. From 6, you go to the leftmost one to get cancer switch, then back up to the 6th waystone. Then go through the cancer gate. Then you'll bring it to 5, and then 5 to 4. Oh wow! That was a mouthful. Now let's actually finally get this done. What we need is we either need to go and get Aries or Pisces. However, both of them are actually going to require us to go back to these areas, which sucks. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It sucks. Again, I wish I had water guy. Just because that would have been so much easier. Casting that and seeing them all die. But there's a reason why people do not like the Great Crystal. It's easy to get lost in this area, especially when you're not paying attention. Holy Lance! Interesting. Okay. Hey, Vaughn, you just got yourself a Holy Lance. How do you feel? But going all the way up to Aries up here, flipping this, well actually, the one right next to Pisces. Okay. That was interesting. Go ahead. Do your worst. Yeah, she just goes and absorbs that now. Necrophobe shouldn't be all that bad though. Don't like when I can't steal from them and just go away. I really wish I had the thief cuffs, but I think I'm just better off keeping the... Well, granted, I'm gonna want the thief cuffs later when I try and get some, you know, try and steal from certain rare game and shit. But there's one of the weapons that the one weapon that is by far the hardest to get in the game is a rare game. Has a rare steal or a rare drop of it, and it's the best dagger in the game, the best knife. It's not. It's pretty much because you know how quick the actual when you think about how quick daggers really are, actually it's really pretty good. Mainly just because it has an incredible attack power comparable to its the speed you can use it. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to go and use another remedy. I believe it's 85 power, maybe 84. But that's Waystone 4 still. Don't want to go back. Don't want to go back again and make a fool of myself again on recording. But that gate we just went by is Pisces. And the switch for it is right up here. However, since we actually went after... oh shit. No, you just do some damage to these guys. Damn. I absolutely hate, more than anything else, disable. Because disable, you can't get out of it. And it's not something like stop that will eventually just go away on its own. Disable completely takes you out of the game for until somebody else goes and heals you up, or you die and then somebody revives you. By far the most annoying status effect. The only thing worse, or even close to it, is disease. I've already explained why that sucks. Okay, let's go after these mythril golems. We're almost actually done with this. Once we get past that gate right there into Pisces, this is the Aries gate. The Pisces one is on the other side where the other was. It just sucks because it's forcing you to go one way and then go back. Though to be honest, technically neither of them are actually all that. They all take the same what was it called, time. When it comes to running around, the same amount of areas to go into. But if you go this way to Pisces, you're probably going to be better off, just because the entire, you killed them, they're not going to respawn as quickly on your way back. Well, actually, maybe going for Pisces would have been better just overall, but we got a Holy Spear. And that just means more actual money. We don't have to go and pay for our next actual, for getting anything else. And the Holy Spear is pretty much the best spear you can buy. And it's just overall really, really cool. But at Waystone 3, we go to 2. And moving down 1, we can go to 1. And that's it. We're finally out of the Great Crystal. Now, if you go the other way, the Great Crystal is massive.
I've never seen this much mist. Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is that nethicite?
I wonder.
With that much nethicite in one's grasp.
You could destroy all of Evilise, if you wished it.
Yeah, there's going to be more plot dump once I finally go in there. And like I thought, I think there's no real boss at the end of this place. Which, to be honest, there is a save crystal here, so I'm kind of, just in case, I'm going to make sure everybody's up. Again, just in case. I haven't played this part of the game past. I haven't played past the Salika Wood in probably around 2 years. So my mind isn't all that refreshed on the later areas, which is one of the reasons why I had so much, you know, I once again didn't go and get the Zodiac Spear because I've never gotten that thing before. But not, there's going to be a huge plot dump after this though. And And again, when I said if you wanted to go and level grind, do it before here, because after all of this, we're getting a guest party member, and therefore less experience. Okay, yeah, it does seem like we're probably going to be facing a boss. I wonder what boss it is. It shouldn't be another Esper. It might. But it shouldn't be. I only really remember 3 of them being ones you face in the game. Oh, really? It is another Esper. My mind is completely blank. Well, at least this one shouldn't be all that bad. I only remembered 3 of the espers being mandatory. I don't remember this 4th one. Oh well. That means that there's 8 actual espers in the game that are just regularly, you know, optional and shit. Though we already got 2 of them. This thing knows flare. Great. Oh, an enraged shit. Well, at least get protect up. And haste. Is it using a crossbow? Yeah, it's using a crossbow. Oh, Shock. Shock's pretty much one of the best actual it's probably one of the best actual magics to go and use, because it's non-elemental. And it's also not one of those flashy ones, so unlike Flare, you can actually cast it multiple times, kind of like Firaga, Fira and the like. Okay. Disease. Oh shit. I'm gonna cleanse. And you just go and do that. Though it's actually not gonna do anything to me. Because both ears, you know, diseased. Oh, not anymore. Where are those high potions? Ah. I didn't actually need to do that. Well, he does have shell on. For at least a little bit longer. Yeah, that's, she's dead. Come on, just... Son of a bitch. Fran was too good. Ash might not get the LP for this. Okay. Well, that kind of sucked. Wow, it didn't take us once we got a map to do, you know, to actually get through all this. Let me think. I have 3 of the ones completed. I like giving everybody at least 2. So, Fran, you can have this one. And I'll give that one to somebody else later. But welcome to Plot Dump. Well, another plot dump anyway. Haven't seen this area in a long ass time. Shit, it's been 2 years. Okay, Emprian Waystone. Touch it. And cutscenes away.
Everyone.
Fear not, Princess of Dalmasca. We, Ocuria, have chosen you, and you alone. Ashalia Benarg and Dalmasca, we see your heart desires power, and power most holy shall we grant. Seek you the sun-crest, slumbering star. In tower on distant shore, it dreams. The mother of all Nethicite, the source of its unending power. The Dynast King, his fallow shards coarse trinkets cut from sun-crest's light.
Such power exists?
In times that are long passed away, we sought to save this Evilise, and chose Wraithwall, the Dynast King. He took the sword and cut the crest. 3 shards he took from its gilt grasp, and so became the Dynast King. His words and deeds run through your veins.
That's why I was given it. The Sword of Kings.
The treaty held with kings of old is but a memory, cold and still. With you, we now shall treat anew, to cut a run for history's flow. Now take this sword, this treaty blade, Ocurian seal, mark of your worth. Cut deep the crest, and seize your shards. Wield Dynast King's power. Destroy Vanar.
But Vanar? Vanar's an Ecurian, a being like you.
Vanar is a heretic. The Nethicite is ours to give to chosen bearer, or to none. The heretic trespassed, and set the rose of knowledge in man's hand. With imitations they profane. It is anathema to us. We give you now the stone and task. Administer judgment. Destroy them all.
Judgment? Destroy them all? The Empire?
The hues ever skew history's weave. With haste, they move through 2 short lives. Driven to err by base desires, toward waste and wasting, on they run. Undying, we Ocuria light the path, for wayward sons of man. Oft did we pass judgment on them, so that Ivalice might endure. Eternal, we are history's stewards, to set the course and keep it true. The chosen is our hand, our fist, to let live some and crush the rest. Princess, you have been chosen. Take revenge against those who stole your kingdom. Fulfill your role as savior. Attain to your birthright.
Ash! What's with these Acuria? What gives them the right to tell you what to do?
Will you take revenge, as they ask?
We could not see them, but we heard the Ocuria speak. They may be gods, but we are the arbiters of our destiny. Your Highness, I'm against this. The Empire must pay, but destruction?
Does anyone know what happened to Dr. Sid? Wasn't he saying he'd be here?
He should have arrived by now.
And I should have realized by now. He's not coming. He laid out the bait, and we bit. Remember what he said? He wanted Ash to get the stone. He wanted that all along. That's why he flaunted his nethicite, and reeled us in with his stories about Gidovegan, all to bring Ash to the Ocuria.
But wait, if we got a hold of the nethicite, wouldn't that be bad for the Empire?
Maybe he wants to see what happens when foes with nethicite collide. That'd be just like Dr. Sid.
I will search out the Sun Crest.
History is built by our hands. That's his favorite line. He'd never stand by and watch the Ocuria's stones shape things. So, he was talking to Vanar all along. He wasn't mad at all then, was he?
Restore Dalmasca's sovereignty and make our amends with Lady Ash. It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ash herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else. She will not rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you misread her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ash and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I espy war, I am to put her to the sword. Is that your wish, Excellency?
It will not come to that, I am sure. I have faith in her, faith in you both. On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes?
As you will.
That so sweet a child could be your brother is hard to believe.
Larsa is as he should be.
What's that, Vanar? Ah, taken the bait already, have they? Splendid. The Ocuria have given the princess her treaty blade.
The gods have chosen their scribe to write history as they deem fit. Yes, and she with fresh nethicite to aid her.
Bah! To hell with the Acuria and their stones. What good? A power that cannot be harnessed. Baubles best suited for study, no more.
We conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
Oh, I am grateful for the sacrifice. Without it, manufactured nethicite would have eluded us. An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Vana, have I not been an apt pupil?
My counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes. So much accomplished in 6 fleeting years. Man's fervor o'er all obstacles prevailing.
Our lives are much too short. You undying might waste long centuries away, but we, I fear, cannot.
Just so. Had we more time, we might have availed ourselves of more prudent measures.
Your greatest work still lies before you. Not lightly will the Acuria allow you to wrest the reins of history from their grasp, back into the hands of man.
Indeed. What claim does Geren have on history's reins? Seated on throne immortal, rent from time. For your ascendant's vein I offer prayer. May you attain all that which is your due.
Attain it I shall. For too long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
In tower on distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
Didn't Redis say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe he found out something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that Sky Pirate's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Redis? I mean, if you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert on pirating now, are you?
Okay. That is definitely a lot to talk about and discuss with that. However, I'm not going to be talking about that just yet. I have to walk from the Great Crystal all the way through Gearvagan to that teleport crystal. That's going to be a lot of fighting, and this is going to suck. Now, I'm not going to show you this. I'm just cutting out every single moment of it. However, when I get back, I should be able to explain everything that I want to explain. Not to mention, there's gonna be even more shit when I get back to the port of Balfenheim or whatever it was called. Even more to talk about. Oh well. This is gonna be a long ass trek. Yeah, finally back. Leveled up quite a few times. Now I'm at 48. That means at this point, let's go and get back to Alpha Team. They definitely got a lot of experience and leveled up quite a bit going through this place. Which means, even if I didn't actually go and have those embroidered tepets or whatever it's called, I would have leveled up so many times. I was still leveled up 4 times instead of 8, at least 4 times, 5 times probably, because each and every single level up requires so much more experience in this game. Well, not enough. That's not terrible, but oh well. Now, the Acuria basically should not be in control of, they should not hold the control of, man. history and all that kind of crap, what they were talking about. The big thing, the really, really big thing about it is they're willing to go and send somebody out to completely destroy an entire empire just because they got their hands on some information they don't necessarily want them to have. And even then, that information is only really detrimental to the Ecuria. It's as if it's knowledge that will help man slip away from their grasp. And they're willing to destroy an entire people for that. On the other hand, oh, I can get that. To be honest, I definitely want that. Vaccines and all. But, on the other hand, we have our antagonists, Dr. Sid and Vane, who aren't necessarily, they're not X-Death. They're not Zeromus. They're not anything. Nothing about them is truly, completely evil. Ah, good. Arise, Asunaga. Ah, yes. We're gonna have to wait for Hasteca, I guess. I guess that's after the Pharos then. But, Vane is quite a complex actual character. And that, to be honest, when he says, especially later, when he says a war out of necessity, I don't think it's a necessity, but I do think that Vane himself truly believes so. He's just, how do I explain it? But he's very much, let's just say, Vane has more to him than just being an antagonist. I truly do believe he cares for his, he cares for life. So that's one thing I've always kept in my mind. I really do think he really does care for life. So, anything else I really want? Well, definitely gonna have to go and get this, I guess. Because, holy crap, she didn't do much lately. Just don't know if I really should go and get those or not. I'll wait on buying anything for them just yet. But, Vane and Sid just really want to go and make sure everything, or at least attempt to go and get the reins of history back in the hands of man. That's what they call it anyway. And this, suddenly the antagonist, and to be honest, everything becomes, instead of a good and evil sort of thing, but more of a gray versus gray. It's not very black and white. It's very much a gray versus gray kind of fight. But I'm gonna go and optimize and get my equipment right here. Okay, finally. Got all that stuff done. I only got weapons, new weapons for everybody. I've not gotten any new armor. Because at this point we can actually buy the best armor in the game. Well, not the best armor, but one of the best armors in the game that you can get more than one of. And I'm going to be going after the Maximilian, I believe it is. which we can buy those in Necro of Nabudis and Barheim Passage now. Merchant there sells the best actual, what was it called? Mystic Helm that we can get, which I definitely want. That's 58 magic resistance and an addition of another 10 magic power. But also, everybody got new stuff, and I finally got new stuff for Ash and Pinello. However, I'm not getting the same exact things that I generally get, and I just decided, why not use poles and daggers for once? It may or may not be good, but oh well. I'm going to end the part after all these cutscenes.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be, I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood. Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Ridorana Cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering midst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Girovegon. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well. Cid. Was he false, as I feared?
Yes. But we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Cid searches for.
So the day-affected Nithosite was only a fragment? And these Ocuria I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike this Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all Nethosite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless. As for the manufactured Nethosite, who can say?
There is another way. We used the Treaty Blade to cut a new stone from the Crest. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of Nethosite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Read this?
Familiar words, Vaughn. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridorana Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well and good, but how do we get there? Those seas are in yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a skystone made to resist yacht.
More spoils from the Draklor labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But, should it fit the Strahl, she'll fly in yacht. Lady Ash, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
Finally. Now I can continue on with the final dungeon in the game. There is a little bit extra to the, well, there's a little bit extra to the game. The final dungeon that you actually do the final boss in isn't all that very long. You can, once you do the Pharos Ridderon, you can pretty much, or Ridderana, whatever it is, Ridderana Cataract. I don't really care. You know what I'm talking about. Once we actually finish it, and it's a long place, 100 floors. You go them up, every single one of them, yourself. But going and doing that is not going to be our next actual. That's not going to be our next actual objective. We're going to be going after some more rare game. We're going to be going after some new armor. Well, I'm going after that shit. Probably a few espers and cleaning up some more of the hunts we have, because trust me, there should be a shitload of hunts we've yet to actually do. I think we're around like 20, 22-ish, around there. However, there's 32 we have, and there's more even unlocked now. The only ones I don't think that need... The only ones I think are unlocked yet are the Shadow Seeker and maybe Yasmat. Those ones, but... Oh, well, actually, I should probably... I have been running a little low on teleport stones. So, let's at least buy a couple of those. And then I'm saving it, and this is it for the day. I've definitely played quite a bit today. And now, we're so close to beating this game. And to be honest, if I were to do the Pharos right now, and then the very last actual part of the game, it would probably be done within 5 parts. 5 more parts. The rest of it's going to be purely me going and doing hunts, but I have to separate that a little bit. See you, everybody. Until next time.